Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are a regular here. Today I'm sitting down with all 12 zodiac signs in one reading, and before I came to you today I made sure I didn't look at the news, I didn't look at any social media, and I came to this completely blind, as I always do, because I truly believe that the clearest and the most honest messages come through when there is absolutely no outside noise clouding the energy. So what you're about to receive is a pure energetic reading, straight from the cards, straight from spirit, no influence and no agenda. Now, before we begin, I just wanted to say, trust your intuition when you're looking for your message today. Don't feel like you have to jump straight to your sun sign. If another sign is calling to you, go to it. And there is a reason for that. Your intuition is already working, as it always is. And you may also want to make sure that you follow your rising sign, very important, as well as your sun sign, and maybe your moon sign as well. But as I said, any sign that feels like it's calling to you, it's so important that you also listen to that message as well. You don't need to know why, it's just important that you do. So I interpret these messages in my own way, as you know, and you may receive or interpret them differently, and that's okay. And I genuinely encourage you to do that. At no point am I claiming any of this to be factual. This reading is for entertainment purposes only. So, okay guys, what's coming through today is something that a lot of people simply aren't talking about, and I think some of you really need to hear this. So let's find out what these cards are revealing. All of the signs are time stamped in the description, so if you don't want to watch the entirety of the video, then you can jump straight to your sign by clicking on the timestamp, which is in the description below. We are starting with Aries as the first sign of the zodiac. So Aries, if this is you, settle in, get comfortable. I'm about to reveal your cards about what you need to know right now. So we have the Page of Cups in reverse, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Two of Cups reversed, and the Eight of Wands. There's things going on for some of you Aries where it feels like you're having some kind of disagreement, conflict, or there's tension building between you and someone else, someone that you deeply care about, whether that's a member of your family, whether it's someone you're in a relationship with, whether it's a friend, a colleague, whoever it is. It feels like some of you Aries are in conflict with someone. The Page of Cups reversed is also possibly something to do with a child. There could be arguments going on over or around a childlike energy. Now, when I say childlike energy, just in case it isn't about an actual child, which for some of you it is. Some of you may be going through difficulties within your marriage and it's affecting a child in the family. Or it could be that you're arguing about that child. Maybe that child is causing difficulties or disagreements. However, this could also indicate that you are dealing with someone who is being childish. There's also that. So there's something here which is affecting not only yourself and another adult, but someone else who is sucked into this energy in some way. So interesting. Five of Wands is the conflict. It's the disagreement. It's it's not so much explosive energy. I'm just getting I'm getting the energy of everyone talking over each other and no one being heard. The Seven of Wands is, again, defensive energy. nobody is listening to the other person. They're only hearing themselves. They're fighting to get their voice heard, and they're not caring about what's being said. So in that concept, you're never going to get anywhere. This argument's never going to finish. Nobody's going to win. There shouldn't be a winner. There shouldn't be a loser. There should just be a let's sit down and listen to each other and see if we can come to some sort of agreement. The Two of Cups in reverse is the essence of you being at odds with someone else, someone that you usually have a strong positive bond with, and it's not working at the moment. The Eight of Wands is communication. So you are communicating. It's not like you've cut each other off. You are communicating, but that communication is negative. So you need to make it constructive, not destructive. So let's clarify your cards. Aries. The Page of Cups reversed is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Swords. So there's too many cooks spoiling the broth here. There's someone who's having a negative impact on this situation. They're getting involved where they shouldn't be involved. It's like a third party, but it feels like you've invited them into this. It's like, I need your advice, help me. And they are very much a biased influence. So they'll be biased on your behalf, you know, and that is no help whatsoever, because they're going to tell you everything negative about the other person, and they're going to be, it's not helpful. This person is getting involved because they've been invited to get involved, so it's not their fault. You need to say kindly, thank you very much for your advice, I'll take it from here. Otherwise it's just going to make things worse. Aries. The Five of Wands, which is conflict and arguments and tension, and it's a whole crowd of people getting involved in this that shouldn't be involved. Three of Cups, there's a third party again, third party involvement. They need to, for some of you, it may be that you haven't invited them in and they are just sticking their nose in where it's not wanted. So you need to politely ask them to, thank you, that's enough now, but I've got everything I need from you, thank you. I need to sort this out myself, otherwise, you know, this isn't help. You can say what you want, but you just need to make it clear to them that thank you for their help, and let me take it from here. Just hopefully they'll take that as a massive hint. King of Swords. King of Swords is determination, discipline, and structure. So you're going to have to put your foot down here, Aries. That's what I'm getting. It's like, it's not like you. It's not like you're going to be afraid of this person, but I think, you know, there's an element of you, if you put your foot down, you think it's going to backfire on you. It won't. The Seven of Wands, which is defensive energy, comes in with the Two of Swords reversed. And the World. You need to back down. You need to back down. Aries, someone's got to do it. You're both fighting fire with fire, and you need to back down and just say, okay, I'm going to listen now. Instead of me shouting until I feel like someone's hearing me, I'm going to stop and I'm going to listen. The Two of Cups reversed comes in with the Hierophant in reverse. And the Nine of Swords. There's just there's strong energy here, and I feel that you're not getting anywhere is really what these cards are saying. And the Nine of Swords is something to do with, there's a lot of pressure on this situation, which makes it even more heated. And don't think for one second that the other person doesn't care as much as you do, because you both care as much as each other, and that's what makes it so frustrating. is that you just need to bring it down a level and just listen. Simple as that, just listen. And once you hear this person, what they're trying to say, you can respond to that. They will then feel heard and everything will de-escalate. The Eight of Wands is coming in with the Three of Pentacles. Here's that third party again. And the Page of Pentacles. Whoever this third party is, as long as, you know, I think the worry here is that you don't want them to feel like they're shut out or you don't care. You can bring them back into this situation once you feel like you're getting somewhere. You know, once you feel like you have some positive news or some good news, and you can go back to that person and say, oh my God, we're getting somewhere. I understand why they said what they said. I understand why this situation escalated. What they've said to me makes perfect sense. You need to bring them some positive. You need to be talking about them in a positive way to the other person so that they can't continue to slate them, if that makes sense. And then the Page of Pentacles is how you learn from this, how you move on from this, how you look at this as actually a positive experience. And thank goodness this happened, because look at what we've found out about each other. Look at how much we've learned. You know, it's all very interesting. But thank you, Aries. Thank you, Aries. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this particular reading. So moving on to Taurus. Taurus, whether this is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or you just feel drawn to watching this part of the reading, this is for you. So we have the Hierophant reversed, the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse, and the King of Cups. You've been standing on the edge of something here, Taurus, and you've hesitated and you've been wondering whether should I go, should I stay, should I go, should I jump, should I not, should I take this step forward or not? It's like there's some kind of hesitation, not sure, should I, shouldn't I, should I give up, should I keep going? I don't know what this is. The Hierophant reversed is almost, the Hierophant is your card, Taurus. So it's interesting that it comes in the reverse, because it feels like you're trying to do something very differently to how you would normally do it. You're going against your normal, typical behavior, and that's why it feels unnatural. You're trying to step outside of your usual boundaries, your conformity, your traditions. You like to do things in a certain way, Taurus, usually, and you're not someone that will just go with the it's not that you won't go with the flow, but you're not someone that would just be impulsive, spontaneous and go, today I'm going to wear something completely different, I'm going to be outlandish, you kind of have a structure and you like that structure and it makes you feel safe and you stick to that structure. You don't tend to get too adventurous with who you are, but this is something else. This is like saying, oh, I'm going to try something different today. Oh, I want to, or should I? I don't know. Shall I? There's something hesitant about it. The Ace of Wands in reverse, the reason you're doing it is because you feel like you need something fresh. You need something new to make you go like a gust of wind that just blows your hair back and just makes you go, that's what you need. And it is a little bit like, let's jump off this cliff because I like the feeling. I don't know how it's going to end up, but I really like the feeling. And then the Eight of Cups in reverse is not quite doing it. It's like almost doing it. It's like doing that run up to the edge of the cliff and then stopping at the edge and not actually letting go. I feel like you need to give up on something here to get something, if that makes sense. And then the King of Cups, Taurus, is do what feels good. The King of Cups is about your emotional heart center. It's about how it makes you feel, not whether it seems like a good idea. Don't think logically about this. Take your Taurus brain out and just go with your heart. Let's clarify. Maybe if you're, for example, if you're a Taurus sun sign, this might be your rising sign that's coming through to say, ignore the Taurus energy and go with your rising sign. Maybe your rising sign is actually a water sign, which would make sense because that comes through with the King of Cups. So it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If you don't know your water sign, you can easily, if you don't know your rising sign, you can find out very easily, free of charge, on any search engine. Just type in, how do I find out my rising sign? As long as you know your time of birth and your place of birth, you'll be fine. So let's clarify. The Hierophant in reverse. You're not acting the way you would normally act. You're acting out of character, but in a good way. Eight of Cups in reverse. Again, wanting to not do something but needing to do it anyway. The Three of Swords reversed. It's very healing. Whatever you're doing here, it's very healing. It's very emotionally... It's very emotionally comforting. The Ace of Wands reversed. Five of Cups reversed. There is something going on here for many of you, Taurus, where you're on a journey where so much is being repaired, so much is being healed. You're forgiving yourself for a lot of things. You're getting past a sense of regret. The Three of Wands reversed. You're no longer needing to run away or escape from yourself, because you're more than who you think you are. The Eight of Cups reversed. Five of Swords. And the Knight of Cups. There has been conflict. And it's okay, because you like that fight. You like the fight that you have with yourself. Because when you overcome it and you win, it makes you feel invincible. The Knight of Cups, again, is about do what feels good. Don't do what you think is right. Don't do what you think is expected. Don't do what, well, this is, I need to do the sensible thing. Do what feels good. That is all over this reading. King of Cups. Queen of Wands. Be impulsive. Be sensibly impulsive. Be spontaneous. That's what you're wanting. And we've got the Devil here as well, which is kind of giving me the energy of, yeah, do something a little bit daring, do something out of the ordinary, take a risk, as long as you know the difference between a risk that's worth taking and one that would be like you need your head checking. You know the difference. You're a Taurus. You're very sensible. You're very intelligent, and there's always that urge that you want to do that, rush into things like a bull in the china shop, but you don't. And this is being able to do something which feels exciting because it is a risk, but you know that if this risk doesn't pay off, it's not going to make a huge difference, apart from maybe damaging your ego a little bit, but that will be it. So do it. Just do it. Thank you, Taurus. Let me know in the comments how you feel. How does this reading resonate for you? Has it filled in some gaps? Has it answered some questions? Next, Gemini. If you are a Gemini sun sign, moon sign, or Gemini is your ascendant or your rising sign, then this is for you. Or if you just feel drawn to this particular part of the reading, then this is for you. Gemini, we have the Two of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Empress. Different deck, guys, and I'm getting similar cards to what we've already had, which may mean there's a universal thing going on here right now for many people, not just for these particular signs. This could be a collective energy drive. And then the last card is the Page of Swords. Gemini, Two of Cups in reverse. You are... This is interesting because this card makes me feel it's something to do with your own duality. As a Gemini, you have heaps of duality. You can be, anyone can, but Gemini especially, you can be whoever you want to be. How often do you take advantage of that though? How often do you actually say, okay, today I'm going to be sensible and I'm going to be rigid and follow the rules and structure, and the next day I'm going to be crazy and I'm going to be a free spirit, and you have the chameleon kind of energy to do that and get away with it. More importantly, Gemini, a lot of people would try that and they would be, you know, people would look at them and think, what on earth is wrong with this person? I can't keep up. But with Gemini, they have that chameleon natural ability to just morph and change and always look different and be inspirational while they do it. And this is what you're struggling with at the moment, interestingly, with the Two of Cups in reverse. It's almost a sense of, and this sounds very strange, of like you've fallen out with yourself a little bit. You've kind of disappointed yourself in some way, and you've kind of rejected a part of yourself, as you're saying, I'm not talking to you anymore until you not even until you apologize, until I've decided I'm not upset with you anymore. I don't know why you're upset with yourself, Gemini, but there is something here about just being disappointed in who you are, and not necessarily just in who you are, but there's something going on here. The Eight of Cups in reverse. I think you're being way too hard on yourself. I think you've set yourself some standards, Gemini, and you've been living up to those standards for quite some time. And now because you've been living up to the standards and you've not let yourself down, and then all of a sudden one day you just kind of don't reach those standards just once. That's why you're being so hard on yourself. And it's a bit like when you have a streak going for whatever reason. Say if you have a streak going to be walking 10,000 steps a day, and you're doing it for a whole year, or maybe just one day shy of a year, and you're about to break the streak for a whole year, and then on the last day you don't do it. It's that feeling I'm getting, like, oh my God, how can you be such an idiot? How can you let yourself down like that on the last day? It's like that. But actually, when you think about it, it doesn't matter. What's the significance of this? Whatever this is, you're being hard on yourself, and I don't know why. And if you really think about it, you will have the same question. You'll say, I don't know why either. I mean, actually, when I think about it, I've done amazingly well over the last 364 days consistently. Because of one day, it doesn't mean that I've failed. So you need to look at this really objectively. The Empress is your creativity. Another thing you're blessed with, Gemini, is the absolute talent, natural ability to be creative in all sorts of different forms. Being yourself, being creative, just in who you are, how creative you are. You are the master of coming up with an original idea. And you should embrace that and see it for what it is. The Page of Swords is you. You are the eternal child of the Zodiac. I'm sure many of you that will be sitting here now, regardless of how old you are, if I was to ask you, how old are you? How old are you spiritually? How old are you emotionally? Probably most of you would tell me you're no older than 25. And that's okay. That makes you who you are. So let's clarify. The Two of Cups reversed. Why have you fallen out with yourself? Don't do that, Gemini. It comes in with the Six of Cups reversed. The Six of Cups reversed, it's like, be kind to yourself. Go and buy yourself a gift and make up for this. It's like, go out now or tomorrow and say, right, I am deliberately going to go out and buy myself a gift to say sorry. Or spoil yourself in some way. Maybe you can't afford to go and buy a gift, but do something which is just for you, which is by way of an apology and making up with yourself. So it sounds bizarre, but you need to do this, okay? And then we have the Fool in reverse. You need to get your sense of adventure back, okay? Because there's no need to be hard on yourself. And there's always a new adventure beginning around the corner with you, Gemini. There's always something new. there's always something new, like, wow, incredible idea or adventure that you're about to embark on. Embrace that, honestly. Don't ever change. The Eight of Cups reversed comes in with the Queen of Swords, which is you, and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Everybody is guilty of wishing that they were more like someone else, you know. It's like sometimes you see someone and they are such a divine inspiration. You look at them and you go, oh my goodness, I wish I was like that person. They have that thing I don't have. They can, you know, they're more intelligent, or they're more articulate, or they're just more confident, or whatever it happens to be. There'll always be someone that you go, oh, I wish I was more like them. That's okay. You know, there'll be people that look at you and think the same thing and wish that they were more like you. But don't let that energy absorb you so much that you no longer want to be who you are to a certain extent. The Empress. What's your next creation going to be? What are you giving birth to now? Honestly, I'm excited for you. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. Be careful that you don't start too many things at once, Gemini. That might be something you're guilty of. It's like, oh, new idea, new thing. But what about the thing that was a new idea and a new thing last week? So try and be more, you know, try and carry things through. Or don't start something new until you've finished like the old thing. If you've started a book, finish the book before you start a new book. And then we have the Temperance card. Everything in good measure, Gemini. Everything in good measure. Don't overdo or underdo anything. Try and keep your balance. Try and keep yourself grounded, but at the same time keep the fires burning. And then the Page of Swords, which is your young enthusiasm. It does come in with the Death card and the Six of Pentacles. Change and transformation is your middle name. You are constantly changing, evolving. You just have this quality, like I said, where you're never the same person twice almost. And that's okay, because people embrace it, they love it, they expect it. And it's not because it's difficult to explain. That there are times when you think, oh God, just do something and stick to it, you know. But you can stick to it as long as you stick to it until it's finished, and then you can be the next thing. That's the only thing I would say to you, is there's something here which needs to be carried through to its conclusion that you haven't done yet, and you need to carry on. You may have even forgotten that you'd even started it. So please think about that one, Gemini. And then with the Six of Pentacles, this is, remember to give and take. This is about equal opportunities. Keep the energy and the balance level. Okay. Thank you, Gemini. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as we move into Cancer. Cancer, is this your sun sign, your moon sign, or your ascendant, your rising sign, or you just feel drawn to this part of the reading? Then this is for you. Two of Wands. Three of Cups. The Four of Wands in reverse. And the Page of Swords in reverse. Cancer. So Two of Wands, you've got some idea, or there's some sort of plan that you're formulating at the moment. It's not been quite got to the point where it's a go, but it's definitely something that you're thinking very seriously about. I don't know what it is yet, but the Three of Cups can involve yourself and two other people. Whatever this idea or plan is, it could be yourself and your partner and a child. It could be yourself and two friends, or yourself and two members of your family, two colleagues. I don't know. But it feels like there's some sort of plan going on here, Cancer, between you and two other people. And it is a major, it feels like it's a major plan or idea. I almost feel like it's something that you know has to happen, but you're not too sure how to. That's what these ideas or plans are, is to, how do I go about this? What's the easiest way of doing this is what I'm getting. The Four of Wands in reverse, it makes me feel like whatever this is about, it's something that has to happen away from home, or you're going to have to leave what you call home. It could be for some of you that you have to relocate. For some of you, it could be that there's a change of circumstance here. So, for example, maybe you've been working from home, for example, and things are changing, which means you're going to have to go to an office. There's something here where either you're going to relocate, you're no longer going to be in the place that you call home, but you don't know how to go about it. You don't know how to navigate it. The Page of Swords reversed. I'll keep getting the saying, you can't teach old dogs new tricks, but you can. And that's the point. It's like you're being stubborn about something, You're having to learn how to do something that you think you already know how to do and you don't. And you just have to learn how to be a little bit humble here and say, okay, maybe I do need to learn something. Maybe things have changed. Maybe the last time I did this thing was years ago and I assume nothing's changed, but it has changed and I need to relearn it. So let's carry on. The Two of Wands comes in with the Ace of Cups reversed. Something you have to do that you don't really want to do. It's bittersweet, put it that way. It's not that you don't want to do it. Whatever it is that you're doing is necessary because it's attached to something you really do want. And part of that is having to do something you don't want. So it's bittersweet. Whatever this is, Cancer, is bittersweet. The Hermit reversed. Maybe you're not going to find exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for something very specific to go with what you already have. And it may be that you don't get that thing that's so specifically pictured in your mind. It's not going to be how you imagined it, but you have to make a sacrifice here. Because otherwise you're going to be searching forever and you're not going to find it and you're going to run out of time and that's going to stress you out. So, you know, it's like, for example, if you're looking for a place and it has to be just like I have here, but somewhere else, you're probably not going to find it. Or if you're having to go from being working from home and working in an office, you're going to want to have all your home comforts around you so it feels like home. You're not going to find it. It's that kind of thing. The Three of Cups comes in with the Knight of Pentacles. You want everything to stay the same, but it's not going to stay the same because things are changing on such a massive level for you, some of you, Cancer. So you just can't have everything, you know. You can't have all these things that you've been dreaming of that are now happening, but you're like, well, yeah, but I want it, but I also don't want to lose this. You can't have everything. The Page of Pentacles is learn to adapt, learn to follow a new path. The Four of Wands reversed comes in with the Eight of Cups reversed. And the Seven of Swords reversed. You have to, in order to walk towards something, you have to walk away from something. That's what these cards are saying. It's like something you've wanted and now you've got it. You have to take it. You have to walk towards it. In order to do that, you're going to be walking away from something, and there's nothing you can do about that. You have to find a way to accept that and feel okay with it. It feels new. It feels unfamiliar. It feels scary. It's going to be okay. The Page of Swords reversed comes in with the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, Cancer, have you been waiting for this? You have to unlearn what you thought you know, what you think you know, and allow yourself to it's like relearning how to walk kind of thing. And that's okay. And you also have to let go of something here, which is going to be hard. But this Ten of Pentacles, my goodness, have you been waiting for this? This is all of your hopes and dreams that have just been held back from you for such a long time is all there it's all there for you waiting. You can see the glistening, shiny, sparkly, incredible aura of this success in front of you, and it makes you want to cry. I can't think of any other way of putting it, but you deserve it. The Queen of Pentacles, there you are. There you are, Queen of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles. Success in abundance. Okay. So let's carry on. And next is Leo. Leo, if this is your sun sign or your moon sign or even your rising sign, or just that you feel drawn to the Leo part of this reading, then this is for you. And if any of you don't know, what is she talking about when she says rising sign, moon sign, what is this rubbish? Rather than me sit here and tell you now, then please do just go and put it into Google and it will explain everything to you. Just put in what is a rising sign, a moon sign, sun sign, what's the difference? And there might even be a video, hopefully, that's simple enough to explain it. It's not complex, but some people just don't know, or why they need to know. If you think that's complex, don't let me get started on all the other signs, all the other houses that are part of your chart as well. All 12 houses. Anyway, Leo. We have the King of Wands in reverse. Oh, Leo. The Six of Swords in reverse. You are struggling, Leo. Wow. Three of Swords. And the Nine of Wands in reverse. What is going on with you, Leo? Okay. So the King of Wands is you not as you should be. The King of Wands in reverse is saying it's like you're trying to swim upstream, but the current is incredibly strong and you're just ending up treading water. You're really trying to get somewhere, you're trying to do something, and it's just so hard, it's exhausting. The Six of Swords is similar energy, because this is about the torture of seeing where you need to go, and it's there right in front of you and you can't get there. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm in the water again, I'm struggling, but on the other side is this peaceful, beautiful landscape, and there's you know, it looks like paradise, and I'm here in this whirlpool and I can't get anywhere, and I just need to get that far and I can't get there. The Three of Swords is it's causing you emotional, I don't want to use the word trauma, but it's emotionally exhausting. Whatever this is, it's emotionally exhausting. And you are continuing to try, and you're battling, and you need to stop struggling. Leo, you just need to stop struggling. You're worried because if you stop fighting or you stop struggling, you're worried you're going to drown. You're not going to drown. And the relief will just be so palpable. But you just need to get over the fear and stop struggling. The Nine of Wands reversed is it's the energy of someone fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and not realizing, because they've become so focused on the fight that they didn't realize the battle was over. They didn't see it, they didn't hear it, they weren't notified. No one told me the battle was over, and I'm still here fighting. That's the energy of this reading. So let's clarify. The King of Wands reversed. Is clarified by the Queen of Wands. It's all there for you. The Five of Swords. It's there for you, Leo. You can. This struggle isn't going to go on forever, and I know sometimes it feels like it is. You're the one fighting. Don't forget. No one's making you struggle. You can just stop. As strange as that sounds, you can just stop. And it will be okay. And the Five of Swords is it's almost like living with conflict. And you're thinking, you've been living with this conflict, it's never going to stop. Why would it stop now? When you stop, ask yourself if the conflict is actually going on, or is it just in your head? I know that sounds strange, but ask yourself that question. The Six of Swords reversed, it comes in with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. The High Priestess. Like I said, you are so close, but yet so far. You're exhausting yourself, trying to achieve something. You've actually lost. You've lost track of the reason that you were. What on earth was it you were fighting for in the first place? The Ace of Pentacles reversed is something to do with missing obvious signs and opportunities that have been passing you by because you've been distracted by this situation. The High Priestess is listen to your intuition, listen to your gut. Make sure you go with how does it feel? Does this feel right? Does this feel normal? If the answer's no, then listen to it. The Three of Swords comes in with the Queen of Cups reversed. You are hurting. You've been hurting. And that's okay. It's almost like you're ashamed of the fact that you feel hurt by something. It's okay. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't mean that you should be ashamed of that. The Lovers. Some of you, this could be about fighting for a relationship that isn't worth fighting for. For some of you, this is about connecting to your heart space and forgiving yourself for something. There's definitely something here about forgiveness. You need to forgive yourself because you've been way too hard on yourself here. The Nine of Wands reversed is coming in with the Nine of Cups. You deserve to be happy. Page of Cups. There's no doubt about this. You deserve to be happy. And if you stop fighting, it doesn't mean you're giving in or giving up. It doesn't mean you're failing or you're quitting. It's a recognition that I've done everything I can and I deserve to recover. I deserve to heal, because all the time you're fighting, you're not healing. Thank you, Leo. Let me know in the comments how this resonated for you. Virgo. Is Virgo? I think that's next, yep. Virgo. If you are Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising, this is for you. Or if you just feel drawn to this part of the reading for no particular reason, this is also for you. Five of Wands, Two of Wands, Temperance, and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Virgo. Five of Wands, you're rising to the competition. You're rising to the challenge. This is something about a challenge and you're up for you're ready for it. It's like, hello, I'm here. Yeah, you don't think I can do this? I can do this. It's interesting. Because you're challenging yourself. You're not doing this because you're trying to prove something to someone else. You're doing it because it's rewarding. For you, it's rewarding. You don't need anyone else's validation. It's like, I'm doing this because this feels good. This is like when you set yourself, you know, a challenge of some kind. Like, say, for instance, you say, I'm going to run 5K. I don't care how long it takes me, but I'm going to keep training until I can run 5K non-stop. It's that kind of thing. And when you do it, you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it to prove to anyone else, because hundreds of people can run a 5K. You know, you're not doing anything which is groundbreaking or anything. So it's like you're doing it for yourself, whatever this is. I like this for you. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is you're coming up with all sorts of new ideas, which is pushing you beyond your usual boundaries, Virgo. And Temperance. Temperance is giving me the energy of there's more fire. There's more fire coming in for you than you normally know what to do with. And the fire is what's making you feel impulsive, or not so much impulsive, but more spontaneous. It's giving you the energy of a renewed kind of fearless confidence. Not that you've ever had a problem with your confidence, but there's just something. There's a new sparkle in your eye, Virgo, and I like it. The Ace of Pentacles reversed is not, you are not being motivated by material gain, by money, by success, by ambition. That's not what this is about. This is just for the hell of it, just for the feeling. Let's see, the Five of Wands comes in with the Knight of Cups. And the Ten of Cups. This is like pure joy. This, whatever this is about, it's making you feel just unconditionally joyous. It's like food for the soul, and it's infectious, it's contagious, it's like a drug. I love this because it's affecting everyone around you as well in an amazing way. It's that kind of holiday vacation energy where you've got nothing to worry about. It's just there's so much happiness and joy and laughter, and it feels like it's come after a time of extreme challenges. That's why it feels so amazing. The Two of Wands is coming in with the Eight of Swords and the World. So you have, to a certain extent, Virgo, you've had to deal with some really unfair restrictions, things getting in your way, things that have stopped you doing what you've really wanted to do or what you've needed to do. And actually, nothing has actually stopped you. It's that you've made the decision not to do things for yourself because you've decided other things or other people have been more important up until this point. But that is your decision, no one's made you hold back or delay things. This has been because you deemed other people more important or other people's situations more important than your own. But now you are free from that. You are free from those self-imposed restrictions, and the whole world is yours for the taking. Some of you might even be traveling and have decided that, you know, in this day and age where we are faced with so much uncertainty on a global scale, that some of you are saying to each other, to yourself, this may be the last chance I get to do this. I need to go and see the world. I need to go traveling. If you're lucky enough to have the resources to do it, then yeah, there's all sorts of stuff going on. Not only is there global conflict going on, there's more pestilence and disease and you name it. And it's just like, it's starting to feel scary again, more scary than normal. And it's just like, what if I don't take this chance now? I might not ever have the chance again. So some of you are literally just saying, do you know what? That thing I've always said I wanted to do and I've never done it. Why haven't I ever done it? I'm going to do it now. It feels like that. And the Temperance card is there's never a right time. You can't keep putting things off until it's the right time, until Jack and Mary have stopped fighting, or the right time will be when the stock exchange is looking more stable, or when, you know, there's never going to be a right time. You just have to do it. And the Five of Swords is the conflict that is always going on. It doesn't matter. There's always going to be conflict, whether it's outside your house, whether it's in the world, whether it's in your head. There's always conflict. So there is, in that essence, never going to be a right time. And the Five of Pentacles, that could be some of you. The reason you're not doing what you really always wanted to do is because you don't think you can afford it, or you don't think it's a good use of resource of your money or your time. Stop making excuses. The Ace of Pentacles reversed comes in with the Four of Swords. You need this because it's actually a way for you to heal. It's a way to heal. It's a way for you to take some active rest, not just physical rest, but mental rest. You deserve this. Whatever this is about, Virgo, you need this and you deserve it. The Star is your healing journey. It's also doing the right thing and wishing you'd done it sooner. So I'm going to leave you with your reading. Thank you, Virgo. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And next we move on to Libra. Libra, if this is your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign, which is the same as your ascendant, then this is for you. Or you may just feel drawn to the Libra part of this whole reading. For some reason you're like, why do I want to watch Libra? I'm not Libra, but I feel drawn to it. This is for you. Libra, High Priestess. Justice reversed. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, Libra, you are all about balance. You will not do something unless you feel like it's fair on all sides, but you usually will always make sure that the other end of the seesaw is balanced before you realize if your own, you know, depending on where you are, it's like, make sure the other person feels safe first before I think about myself. You're the person that will always check that someone's got the oxygen before you, you know. It's so the High Priestess comes in because your intuition, and you don't hear this very often because you'll always hear people talking about, you know, Cancer having really strong, high intuition. But I think, Libra, you are one of those signs that are incredibly intuitive because you always seem to know what the other person's feeling or thinking, or you're tuning into someone else's energy before you decide what to do next. It's like you always put someone else first before yourself. But that can also work to your detriment as well, because you can decide, you know, quite quickly whether someone's thinking something negative about you or about a situation, and you will feed off that as well in a very negative way. So it does work both ways. The Justice in reverse could be you, because you're Libra and you are represented by Justice. And if it's coming in reverse, it means that something is challenging you, but you are quite often challenged by that sense of balance, because it's very hard to find. The kind of balance you look for or seek is very hard to find, and it very rarely happens, which will constantly make you feel like you're unable to achieve what you're trying to achieve much of the time. And then that has an impact on your sense of yourself, your own ability. And it can make you feel like you're a failure of some kind, but you're not. These cards, by the way, are incredibly positive. I'm just putting it out there as how quickly that balance can tip. But the Page of Pentacles is the excitement of new opportunity, or being able to put your energy into something that you know is going. It's almost like you have to know something's going to succeed before you commit to it. And this is that energy. This is like you're some of you Libra are getting into something which you know is going to succeed, and you know it's not just for you, it's for other people. It's like the balance is good, it's right. It's going to benefit you, it's going to benefit someone else as equally. We're getting there. The Ten of Pentacles means it is going to succeed in a big way. This is an abundance of success. But for some reason, in amongst all of this positivity, your intuition telling you this is the right thing to do, the balance is right, Justice comes in the reverse position. What is it that you're not happy with? Something's sitting not right here. And I need to find out what it is. So let's see. Something feels off, even though these cards say very different. So let's see. The High Priestess in the upright. She's telling you everything's good, everything's right. What's your problem? Why are you challenging this? It comes in with the Five of Wands reversed. Is it too easy? Is something falling into place and it's just like, it feels too easy? Do you feel like you don't deserve it? Is there something that you feel subconsciously ashamed of? And you need to be, you feel like you should be punished for something, and yet you're being rewarded for something, which is completely unrelated to whatever this is. It also comes in with Temperance. It's almost like, as strange as this sounds, it's like I said, it feels too easy. It's like, I didn't fight for this. I didn't plan for this. I don't feel like I've earned this. I don't know why that would make you feel so weird. But Justice in reverse comes in with the Two of Wands in reverse. It's like something you haven't even planned for, and everything's just landed in your lap almost. It's almost like all of this good stuff is happening. It's not just to you, but the people around you are being, you know, this is definitely benefiting them as well, the people that you care about. But there's still a part of you that's like, oh, feel like this should be someone else's good fortune, not mine. Also comes in with the Hanged Man. Then there might also be an element here of you wondering if you should embrace what's going on because you're not sure how long it's going to last. You think that there's a sense that maybe you're getting imposter syndrome is what I'm getting with this. It's like, okay, do I take this and then just wait for the, because it's going to happen. Someone's going to say to me, what the hell's going on? Why have you got this? Why have you, it's like being promoted in a job and then, you know, you're like, okay, I'll go with it. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel comfortable. But I'm sure at some point someone's going to come out and tell me that, what the hell are you doing in that position? Who made you? You know, it's like, it's expecting something like that. And you need to, it's interesting because you're not normally like that, Libra. You're usually quite confident in who you are. It's a strange one. Page of Pentacles comes in with, who is this? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the card. It's the Moon. So the Moon, things are not as they seem, or you believe they're not as they seem. It's like, this is really, really confusing me. Page of Pentacles, getting into something, investing your time, your energy and your confidence in something because you are actually convinced it's finally, oh, everything's good. Everything is good. You know it's good. But then you're not sure. Queen of Cups. Why, Libra? Why? Ten of Pentacles comes in with the Six of Pentacles. Okay. So you feel like this is very self-absorbing, you know, this is all me, all this success, and it feels like, you know, why me over someone else? Maybe there's someone around you who think they deserve it more. They've been through a harder time than you. They've worked harder than you. Maybe it's something that, it could even be something that it feels like they've been working hard towards. Here's a good example. Say you're working in a job and you have a very, very close colleague and you both, you know, or there's a promotion coming up and you don't even bother applying for it because you don't feel like it's your place, but your colleague has been working so hard and it's something they desperately want, and even though you haven't applied for it, someone just gives it to you. They're like, okay, you didn't have to, we don't even want you to interview because you are the ideal candidate, you are the person we want for this job, will you take it? And you're like, oh my God, I can't do that. That's like my best friend deserves this way more than me. He wanted it more than me. He's worked harder for it more than me. But it doesn't matter because you are the better candidate. You are the better person. You are the perfect fit. They're not. That's not your fault. And that's what this is about. And that's why you feel your balance is being challenged here. And then we have Death, which is change and transformation. This isn't about someone else, Libra. This is about you and knowing that this is your time and you deserve it. And no one else is going to resent you for that. So remember that. You cannot fix someone else. You can't make someone else's life happen. You can only deal with your own. And that's what you need to come to terms with and understand. And you feel guilty for that, and I get it. Let me know in the comments how this resonates for you, Libra. Next, we have Scorpio. Scorpio, is this your sun? Is it your moon sign? Is it your rising sign? Or do you just feel drawn to this part of the reading for no particular reason? This is for you. Scorpio, we have the Queen of Swords, the Two of Pentacles reversed, Judgment reversed, and the Ace of Wands. Scorpio, the Queen of Swords. Someone around you, Scorpio, is not holding back. Someone is telling you what you need to hear, even if you said, I didn't want to hear it. It's like someone's coming to you and saying, I'm telling you something, and I don't care if you don't want to hear it, because I'm going to say it, and you're going to hear it, and you're going to listen. Now, that doesn't mean it's something negative. I think, actually, Scorpio, someone might be telling you something which is incredibly positive, and that's why you're having difficulty hearing it, because you don't really like being complimented, or I don't know, there's something strange about that. But this person is speaking truth. You do need to hear it, because I think you've been way too hard on yourself for way too long. There are some things that you are, you give yourself credit for, but there are some things you don't, because they're out of your control, and there's nothing you can do about that. And why be hard on yourself about the things that you have no control over? The Two of Pentacles reversed. Things have been very chaotic. They've been very up in the air. Things are just spinning around your head a lot of the time, and there's nothing you can do about that. You just have to tell yourself that things will settle down. Things will settle down. Things will come back to normal. Normal, and I say normal as they can be, but I do kind of get the feeling of being in a washing machine on spin cycle for you much of the time, and that when the spin cycle stops, you're going to be so dizzy that you don't know which way is up, and that's understandable. But give it time, the room will return to normality. That's the best way I can explain the energy. Is that's how it feels. Judgment in reverse, Scorpio. You're not going to be judged on what's going on at the moment, because it's not your fault. It's not, you didn't do any of this. It's out of your control, but that you are still being hard on yourself. You think that people are kind of, quietly behind the scenes giving you a hard time, even though they're not going to admit it. There's a little bit of paranoia here, that you think that people are speaking badly about you or speaking negatively about you, because you are projecting the way you feel onto others, and that's not what's happening. Okay, you being hard on yourself doesn't mean everyone else is being hard on you. In fact, it's probably the absolute opposite, and people are really, really feeling for you, and they really want things to ease up for you in a big way, and there's nothing they can do about it either. It's out of their control. So it's frightening, and it's frustrating. The people around you that care deeply for you, they are just so worried and stressed for you, not because of you. And there's a big difference. The Ace of Wands is new beginnings and fresh start and a new passion. This is amazing because it's the start of something new here. And when it comes, you're not going to quite believe it, I don't think. But you will know it's real because there'll be a feeling, excuse me, Scorpio, there'll be a feeling that is something you haven't felt for quite some time. And that is that feeling of positivity, actually feeling positive about something because you know it's real. So the Queen of Swords is coming in with the Two of Wands in reverse. And the Hermit. This person's basically saying to you, stop trying to do everything yourself on your own, single-handedly. There's people here trying to help you and you're being way too stubborn and way too proud. Just allowing someone to help doesn't mean that you are helpless. Let people in, Scorpio. That's what this is about. It doesn't mean that you're a charity case or you are a burden to someone. Allowing someone to help you is actually helping them. Don't forget that. And I keep saying it. You're allowing someone in, and it's so rewarding for that person to be able to help you, to be able to do something. It's like if someone cares deeply about you, whether it's a family member or a friend or a partner, whoever it is, they are worried. They want to be able to help you because they feel helpless. They feel helpless. And if you don't let them help, you're actually making it worse for them. So let them help and let them have a sense of relief to say, oh, thank goodness, at least I'm doing something. At least I'm doing something. At least I can feel better about myself. I hope that makes sense. The Two of Pentacles reversed. Chaos. There's nothing you can do about the chaos. It's around everyone at the moment, not just you. So please don't think it's just you. There is chaos around everyone. Nine of Wands in reverse is fighting in the dark. It's like when you've been fighting for so long and you forget what you're fighting for. It's that kind of thing. But you can just stop. Scorpio, you can just have a rest. You don't have to fight all the time. It's interesting when you've been fighting for something for so long. Everything feels like a fight, you know, and then you kind of stop and you go, hold on a minute, why is this feeling like a fight? This should be easy. And you're like, actually, let's just let it be easy. I hope that makes sense. The Eight of Cups reversed. Not everything is a decision that has to be made to such an extreme. The Eight of Cups is like an emotional choice or decision to continue or stop, to carry on or give up, or to walk away, or you know, this isn't what you should be deciding right now. The Judgment card in reverse comes in with the Devil and the Six of Wands reversed. There's an unhealthy attachment here for some of you. Scorpio, you are... It's probably to do with feeling like maybe things have been so hard for so long that you now have forgotten what it feels like to succeed. So you've kind of lost the ability to believe that something positive can happen or something can succeed. So that is unhealthy. That's the unhealthy attachment here. It could also be that many of you may have struggled with your mental health or your emotional health, but you are not being judged. Remember that. That Judgment card in reverse is to say that nobody else is being hard on you apart from you. So be kind to yourself, Scorpio. Be kind to yourself. Let up. Just breathe, okay? Because this is a time of awakening for you. As soon as you see that and as soon as you realize that actually I haven't done anything wrong here. I can't change the world, and I'm not the only one that's going through this. Then things will, honestly, they will get a lot easier. And there is no such thing as failure for you. You haven't failed. You've fought diligently and hard, and you've committed yourself to trying to succeed with something that isn't yours to. This isn't a battle you can win, okay? And it's the same. I've picked this energy up for quite a few people, because they're trying to fight against something which isn't their fight. And once you give up that energy, once you realize that it's like, okay, why am I fighting this? It's out of my hands. So the Ace of Wands is finding a new passion, finding something that you can actually, something you can actually say you do have control over and you are committed to, and you can feel proud of. And the Eight of Swords in reverse is freeing yourself from any self-imposed restrictions or self-sabotage like behaviors that you've had, and just saying, I'm not doing that to myself anymore. I'm worth more than that. I value myself more than that. This is the card of passion for yourself. The Nine of Pentacles is your abject pride in what you've achieved and how far you've come, and who you are, and the genuine pride of what you've managed to achieve here. And that will open up a world of possibility for you, Scorpio. It's an abundance of suddenly seeing what you are, who you are, and how much you've accomplished as a person, how much you've overcome compared to most people, honestly. It may not feel like it, but this was such a positive reading for you, because it's giving you an insight into how to unlock that door that you've been trying to unlock, if that makes sense. So next we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, if this is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or you just feel drawn to a Sagittarius reading, then this is for you. Sagittarius, Five of Wands, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands in reverse. The Five of Wands is competitive energy, but I think you thrive on competitive energy, Sagittarius, in all honesty. I think it's something that spurs you on, it drives you forward. It's like you enjoy that essence of whatever it happens to be. It's like you just, as far as you're concerned, you've just come up with a unique idea that no one else has had, and someone else go, actually no, I've thought of that before you, and you're like, right, let's have this debate. You know, it's like it really spurs you on, it really fires you up. So I don't know what this is about, but it's positive energy, whereas for some people the Five of Wands could be negative, because it's like, oh god, that's the last thing I need, just when I thought everything's going great and now I'm being challenged. This for you is what you like. The Seven of Swords reversed is the Seven of Swords reversed is like saying there's stuff going on behind me, and I know there's stuff going on behind me, but I'm choosing to ignore it. It's kind of like choosing to ignore You could look at this energy as being positive or negative. I'm not too sure which way until I pull the clarifiers. But it's like someone behind you pulling faces or making gestures or taking the mickey out of you, and you're choosing to ignore it because it's irrelevant and you're not going to entertain it. But at the same time, you want to ask yourself, why is it happening? And you're ignoring that too. So there's two ways of looking at it. The Four of Pentacles is also coming in, which is your control. It is how much control is good and how much is actually restricting. So I don't know what this is about, again, until I pull the clarifiers. But how long can you hold on to that control for is kind of what I'm seeing. It's like, at the end of the day, you're a fire sign and you're saying, I'm choosing to ignore whatever's going on here behind me in the background. And like, because I refuse to entertain it. I know what they're trying to do. I like, la, la, la. But you're only going to be able to pull that off for so long before you're just going to have to react to it. So is it better to react to it in a controlled way than to wait for the control to implode, if that makes sense? I don't know. It's interesting. The Three of Wands in reverse. You're not seeing something. This is something to do with your evolution, Sagittarius. You're getting sucked into something which is taking your focus away from something you should be looking at, which is further on. You know, it's like you're getting sucked into something right now, which is actually a little bit of a waste of energy. I don't know why, but you're spending too much time and energy focusing on something that shouldn't be taking up that much time and energy, if that makes sense, because there's something further on into the future which needs your attention, which you're not doing. And I don't know why, because that is the essence of that is your progress, if that makes sense. So let's see, the Five of Wands. I'm getting tribal energy and I don't know why. I'm literally hearing like a tribe, like tribal dance, tribal chant. And you're creating that power. You're creating that power. So we've also got the Hierophant here. Which is teaching and learning. You're so absorbed in something here. It's like you're almost transfixed. You've found a calling of some kind. The Empress in reverse. Yeah, there's someone's challenging you here. You've found something, you've unlocked something, and someone else knows this is like incredible, and they're trying to claim it for their own almost. It's kind of like what I'm getting. It's like, first of all, be careful who you talk to. Whatever's going on here, I feel like you're sharing an idea and someone's going to claim it for their own, so be careful, okay? The Seven of Swords reversed comes in with the Five of Wands reversed. Again, there's that energy. You're shutting it down. That's what I'm getting. It's like, I'm not having any of your rubbish, and shut up and leave me alone. Thank you. That's enough. But that person's still creating behind you. They're still going, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, no, can't see you, can't hear you. But you need to deal with it. You can't just ignore it and shut it out. because they will cause problems for you. And eventually they'll do something that you have no choice but to do. You have to pay attention to. We've also got Temperance, which is... Temperance is your card, okay? This is your essence. This is what you're good at. You're good at getting all the ingredients right to make the perfect recipe, which is exactly what you've done here. And someone's trying to take the credit. It might be someone you know. It might even be someone that works on this with you. I don't know. But someone's trying to fully take credit from you, and yet it wasn't their recipe. The Four of Pentacles comes in with the Two of Wands in reverse. There is a change of plan going on here for you, that you have no choice but a change of plan, which means that you are going to have to give up a certain amount of control. I don't know why or how. We've also got the Moon. Trust your intuition, trust your gut. This is very much a case of don't go with what you first think or feel, because this isn't what you think it is, okay? This is a case of be careful. Do not react impulsively to this. Think about it. Do some research and look at it again in the daylight, because this is not as it first appears. So be careful, okay? The Three of Wands reversed is, again, you're missing a trick here. Someone's trying to distract you. That's what it feels like. They're trying to distract you from what you actually should be looking at. They're making a fuss about something, and you're like, well, and you need to stop and think, hang on, is it actually worth it, or what's actually going on here? They're distracting you from something bigger. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is they're trying to stop you from making some kind of change, because it's going to benefit you in a big way, but it's not going to benefit them, and that's what this is about. We've also got sorry, I'm trying to see what card this is. I think this is the 3. Is that a 3? I can't see. Or is it a page? Page of Pentacles. Sorry, guys. Page of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, someone's trying to stop you. Someone knows you're going to succeed at something and they don't like it, because it is going to negatively impact them in some way. So they're trying to stop it because they're being selfish. So take heed from this actual reading, Sagittarius. Let me know how you feel in the comments. How does this resonate for you? Next, we have Capricorn. Capricorn, this is for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or you just feel drawn to watching this part of the reading. It is meant for you. The universe needs you to hear this message. It's important. We have the Six of Cups, the Ten of Swords reversed, the Ten of Cups, and the Fool. Capricorn, Six of Cups. Something or someone is bringing you back to something that happened in the past. Now, it could literally be that someone you haven't seen for a long time is going to make contact with you. Maybe you're going to get a message from someone. Maybe someone's just going to turn up out of the blue. Or maybe you're going to see someone across the street and you're going to go, oh my God, is that so-and-so? That really looks like so-and-so. I cannot believe that's so-and-so. I don't know. Or it could be that it feels like history repeating itself for some of you in some way. It might be something small. It might be that feeling of deja vu. It might just be something as simple as that. You might be just sitting there one day and you get an aroma, or you hear a song, or you get a taste and you're like, oh my goodness, what is that? That has just completely woken up a memory, and it's taken you back to a place that you had completely forgotten about. Maybe even something that happened when you were a child, and there'll be a reason for it. whatever this is, your past is knocking for some reason, and there's a definite reason for it. You're being called to relive something, or go and revisit somewhere, or something's being woken up for a reason. The Ten of Swords reversed. It feels like something at the time when it ended was difficult. It took you, maybe something happened that took you a while to come to terms with, or get over, or find closure on. And maybe it's been a long, long time since whatever this thing was that happened, and you've never really thought about it for many, many years, or for a long, long time. And now that you are thinking about it, you're not sure why you're thinking about it, but it brings you a sense of realization that that thing is done. You have found, you never realized it until now, but you found closure. It's strange concept, I know. And there's nothing stopping you from the beautiful energy of unconditional love. This isn't about unconditional love with a intimate partner. This is unconditional love in almost like a family sense. It's like there's a beautiful abundance of love around you, and it's making you see whatever's happened here. It's making you see how much you appreciate what you have now compared to where you've come from, or what you've had to go through. It's like, my goodness, that's just made me realize, and made me see how lucky I am now for what I have. It's beautiful. I don't know why this is happening, but it is beautiful. And the Fool comes in to say there's always something new to look forward to. There's always something new to be grateful for. There's always a new adventure to go on. It doesn't matter how restricted you feel. It doesn't matter how much you feel like, I can't go anywhere because I can't afford it. I can't do that. That's not what this is about. This is like, there's always something that you can be grateful for, or a new sense of adventure, even if you can only be where you are. So let's clarify these, Capricorn. The Six of Cups. Three of Wands. And Death. So like I said, something's happening for you which is taking you back. It's reviving a memory, whether it's good or bad, or the reason for it is to show you how much you've changed. It's not just about how much you've changed, but how much your life has changed since then, and what a contrast it is compared to how it was. The Three of Wands is how much you're still growing, how much you're still progressing and expanding and moving forward and succeeding, and just there's so much more to come. Like even more to come, and there's so much you've already achieved, which is incredible. The Ten of Swords in reverse. Comes in with the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands reversed. So for the longest time in your life in the past, Capricorn, you've carried a huge burden, a burden of responsibility, a burden of emotional burden, just, you know, and it's strange because what I'm picking up is, for a long, long time, you desperately tried to rid yourself of that burden, or find closure, or move on, or heal, and it's happened without you knowing it at some point. It's kind of like it's happened and you've not even realized it. And that's why this situation's happened, because it's making you go, oh my goodness, look at me now. Look at where I am now. Look at what I've got. Look at how happy I am. Look at the abundance of love around me. Look at the positivity. Look at the change. Look at my surroundings. Look at my environment. Look at my job. It's like, it's just serving as just to show you, you know? And I think sometimes we all need to be shown that, because we can get lost in the negativity in the world and the conflict and the fear and the uncertainty, and we just need to be shown, but look at what you have. And the Ace of Wands in reverse is, you don't need anything new here. You don't need a fresh start. You don't need a new beginning. You have everything you need, and it's like, this is everything I need and I don't need anything to change, is what that card is about. The Ten of Cups is the beauty and abundance of love and positivity and unconditional, beautiful energy. The Chariot reversed. The Queen of Cups. You know, sometimes it's okay if things are broken. Things are meant to break, you know. It's like some things aren't perfect. And that's okay. And that's another reason why you're being shown this. It's like, sometimes there are things in your life which aren't going the way they should go. And they're challenging, but they're nothing compared to what you've been through in the past. And it serves as a reminder to make you see things in a different way, in a different light, in a realistic light. See the value of things for what they are. The Queen of Cups is that beautiful realization that you are a being, you are a light being made of love and positivity, and yeah. The Fool comes in with the Six of Cups in reverse, interestingly, and the Three of Pentacles. So you can let the past go. That's what this is about. The Fool is saying there's always something new for you to look forward to, but this is something big. This is something where I'm giving you the opportunity to see the closure that happened quite some time ago, but you just didn't realize it. So now that you have that, you give yourself permission to move on with an abundance of positivity and light and happiness and joy and beauty and love and appreciation and gratitude. And the Three of Pentacles is always knowing you have someone around you. You have so much support and admiration, but it works both ways. You support and admire them, they support and admire you. You love and unconditionally, and they love unconditionally. It's just perfect, honestly. But we all have it around us. It's just that you are being singled out right now, Capricorn, to be shown what you have. So next is Aquarius. Aquarius, if this is your sun sign. Aquarius, if this is your moon sign, or possibly your rising sign. Any of these, this is for you. Or you might just feel drawn to this reading for no particular reason. You just feel like, I have to watch this. I don't know why, I just have to watch it. This is for you. Aquarius. King of Wands in reverse. The Page of Cups in reverse. The Seven of Cups in reverse. Don't be afraid, it's okay. And the Page of Pentacles. Reversals are not always negative, remember that, Aquarius. Don't feel like you're in for a rough ride here, because you're not. So we have the King of Wands in reverse. Whatever you're doing here, Aquarius, you're making very sure of your plans and decisions. You're not acting impulsively. You are just making sure that everything's right before you make the next move. You're just being very careful. I don't know how else to put it. For some reason, you're just being very, very careful. But you're not being overly cautious. You're just being sensible, is the way I would like to put it. You probably sense that there's something going on here, that you kind of have a sense that something could possibly, if you weren't so careful, then you might get caught out with something. And I don't know what this is about, but you are listening to your intuition, and that's why you're being so careful. The Page of Cups reversed. There's this really strong protective energy coming from you, Aquarius, towards someone in particular. It's so incredibly encompassing. It's like you are this cloak of protection. I'm seeing child energy. It might be a child, it might not be, but I'm just seeing the symbolic kind of, someone with a cloak just symbolically protecting a smaller person, almost from the world. I don't know what this is actually symbolizing, but it could just be that there is a certain level of worry because of what's going on globally, and you're worried for maybe some of you are geographically distant from members of your family, and you worry for them, but you're not near them, so you're kind of symbolically wanting to protect them, but you can't. I don't know. It's just an essence. It's not an actual. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel like this is an actual. This is symbolic. It's not. So the Seven of Cups reversed is also. I feel like you're being very conservative for some reason. It's like you're conserving your finances, your resources, your energy. It's like just in case, because you've got a feeling that something. You're going to need to put this aside because something's coming. It's like it's that kind of energy. Don't restrict yourself, Aquarius. Don't stop yourself from doing the things that you would normally do, because then you need to live. You need to live. Don't put everything on hold just in case. And then the Page of Pentacles, which is interesting, because the Page of Pentacles for me is about the seeds of opportunity, which is, there are seeds of opportunity, and there is, and it's like, this is good. It's like up until this point it feels like you're not sure if this opportunity is gonna happen, it's gonna manifest. It's actually, oh, there it is. It's there. It's small, but it's there, and it just needs to be nurtured into existence. That's all it is. It's the opportunity, it's the hope. It's almost like being given hope. It's like before you were like, oh, I don't know. Oh, finally there's some hope. There's a possibility that this can happen. I just need to nurture it into existence. So let's clarify. King of Wands reversed. Comes in with the King of Swords. and the Nine of Wands reversed. You are kind of, there is an element of being overly cautious because you're convinced that someone can just put an end to your plans at any time and it can happen. And when I say someone, I don't think it's anyone you know in particular. I think we are talking about global situations that, you know, maybe, let me give you an example. Maybe your family, you know, you want to go and visit them. They're far away. Maybe it involves getting on a plane, or, you know, it involves some kind of traveling to another country or far enough away. But you're thinking, okay, so if I book this, but someone like, you know, a world leader or someone could just take that opportunity away from me because they'll mess up travel plans, or I don't know, but it's something like that. And you're not allowing yourself to make plans because you're convinced that your plans will be taken away, or your plans will be destroyed in some way. Yeah. The Page of Cups reversed comes in with the Fool and the Ten of Wands. Again, this protective energy, but you're also, there's something here about you not allowing yourself to just be who you want to be, or be free, or be carefree. You're not able to be carefree. But there is a new adventure here waiting for you. The Fool, it's like, why don't you just do it? What are you waiting for? What is stopping you? The Ten of Wands is burden. It is worrying that if you go ahead with something, you're going to regret it, or it's going to become, I knew I shouldn't have done that. I knew it. Now I've got to undo it. Now I've got to sort all of this out, and it's now a problem instead of, I don't know what this is about, but the Seven of Cups reversed comes in with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups reversed. So stop making excuses. Kind of, that's what this is about, and just do it. It's like, stop overthinking it and stop making excuses and stop giving yourself reasons why you shouldn't, and tell yourself why you should. Queen of Wands is impulsive, being impulsive and fearless and confident and just doing it. The Queen of Cups in reverse is excuse moose, I do apologize. The Queen of Cups in reverse is doing something because it feels like it's for yourself and it feels selfish. It's not selfish. You're actually not doing it just for yourself. That's the whole point of this. It's like it's like the opportunity to go traveling because you can, because you have the money, because you have the time, and it's like almost being given a ticket to go somewhere, and you're like, oh, it feels a bit self-absorbing. No, it's not that at all. You deserve it. The Page of Pentacles is this new opportunity to see things in a positive way. Finally, thank you. Clarified by the Chariot, and you're off. And Death. Okay, the Chariot is absolutely 100% moving forward with confidence. It can also represent travel. So for some of you, Aquarius, you're off on your travels. And I do sense that there's something about, you know, not just traveling for the sake of traveling because you want to go and see the world, but it is about going to see someone. So someone else is benefiting from this, not just you. And being brave enough to do it and taking the bull by the horns and saying, yes, let's do this. What's the worst that can happen? The Death card is change, transformation, end of a chapter. It's like, okay, let's just accept that what I thought was going to happen hasn't happened, so we can shut that door and let's go through this door, because I've been so desperately needing this, and it's there for the taking, and I'm taking it, Aquarius. So let me know how this resonates for you in the comments. And next, next we have, last but not least, Pisces. Pisces, this is for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs. I keep forgetting to say Venus, but any of those signs, if that's you, this is for you. Or you might just think, oh, Pisces, I have to watch your reading. I don't know why. I just feel really drawn to Pisces. This is also, there's also a reason for it, and you should be watching this. So let's get going. What message is the universe bringing you that is incredibly important that you need to know? It doesn't matter when you're seeing this. It is a timeless reading, and it's incredibly important. Moose is not a Pisces, so I don't know why he's being so vocal, but maybe, like I just said, he's very drawn to the Pisces reading for some reason. Let's find out. Pisces. Three of Pentacles reversed. The Nine of Cups reversed. Temperance. And the Four of Wands. There's some definite energy here for you, Pisces, which is really interesting. If you've been making plans, or you're about to make some plans about going traveling, and I don't know how far afield we're talking. You could be maybe a car trip. It could be a car trip getting on a plane. Could be, I don't know, planes, trains and automobiles. I don't know what this is. But if you are making plans, or are thinking of making plans to do some traveling of some kind, these cards are saying stop. Stop. Do not make those travel plans, because something's not going to go according to plan. And you need to be aware of that. You can save yourself a lot of grief, a lot of trouble, a lot of stress if you just don't, if you can hold off. And it's not that you're never going to be able to do this. It just means don't do it now. Now's not the time. Okay. That's what the Three of Pentacles in reverse is about. It's saying not now, not now. That, like, there's something else, or something will disrupt those plans in some way, and it's going to be hard to undo if you don't do it, if that makes sense. It kind of gives me energy of being halfway somewhere, rather than making travel plans and then finding out they've been cancelled, and that's an annoyance and also possible loss of money, or I don't know. But this is more about getting halfway somewhere and everything falling through, which is even worse, because you could end up stranded somewhere, is what I'm getting, Pisces. So please be careful. The Nine of Cups in reverse is also, so this for some of you feels like something you've been desperately looking forward to, something that maybe has been on the horizon for quite some time. You're emotionally attached to it, so you're kind of like, you might be, it might be that you're trying to ignore any negative. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, that's very unlikely. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You might be watching this reading and going, oh, it's not going to happen. I'm going to book it anyway. I've been looking forward to this for such a long time. I'm not asking you to not do it, Pisces. I'm just saying, can you please hold off? Can you please hold off? Give it a couple of weeks and just see what transpires. And you might see that, oh my goodness, that was a good thing that I didn't book it. And then once whatever this energy is passes, and it will pass, then you can book it and you're all good to go, and you will thank me for it. Temperance is timing. Again, timing. It's saying now's not the time. You don't have all the ingredients. You don't have the right ingredients for this cake, George. Thank you, George. No, don't, because I think he's going to stand on the keyboard. Can you move, please? Just... oh, goodness. Sorry, guys. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is basically saying stay at home. Stay where you are. Stay at home. Don't go anywhere. Stay safe and just wait, because something otherwise is going to get you... you know, you're going to have to deal with something and you're going to regret it. Now, I don't know why or what it is, but it's just saying not now. Just hold on, hold on, hold your horses. It will be okay. You'll be grateful that you did. Three of Pentacles reversed is coming in with the moon. Things are not as they seem. This is so important, because it's like, you might be hearing, for example, you might be hearing things on the news. People saying, oh, everything's right, don't worry. There's all this energy concerning something, and people are saying this, that and the other, but it's actually not that at all. You've got nothing to worry about. You just carry on. Don't change your plans. And yet, don't listen to that, because they're wrong. Okay, so hopefully most of you that are watching this haven't already booked something, or haven't already, even if you have booked something, you should still have the opportunity to cancel it. So, or at least postpone it. So, and then we have the Ace of Cups. You will be so glad you did. I cannot tell you the feeling you're going to have when you realize you did the right thing. It's not even a sense of relief. It's a sense of... There's this kind of feeling of an outpouring, and I don't know why I'm getting that, but it's like... It's very emotional, and I don't know why I'm getting that, but it's like, if it's almost that feeling of, can you imagine if I had gone ahead, that could have been me. So something quite traumatic could be going on here. I'm not saying that if you make travel plans, something terrible is going to happen to you, but whoever these people are that are stuck in that energy, I do get a sense of being stranded. I don't get a sense of loads of people losing their lives or anything, but I do get a sense of being stranded, with no kind of definitive answer, or like they're stranded and they don't know how long they're going to be stranded, or something going on here. Nine of Cups reversed. Three of Swords. Wow. And this, so this is the Lovers. Sorry, I'm trying to work out what number 7 is. So we've got the Lovers, followed by the Chariot. Yeah, it's going to be that kind of bittersweet kind of energy. You're going to be so glad that you made the decision to not go ahead with something, or to postpone something, but at the same time you really are feeling an emotional response to those who have been caught up in this, the people that did, that have made plans and have bore the consequences. So Temperance is 7 of Swords reversed, and the 2 of Pentacles. You just, it really is just confirming you're going to be very glad that you listened to your gut, or you trusted your intuition to not actually finalize some sort of booking, or I don't know. Like I said, it feels like it's something to do with travel. On what level I don't know, but you are going to hold off, hold back. It could also mean someone coming to you. It could be about someone coming to see you and you telling them, stay where you are for now. Just trust me on what I'm saying to you. Can you please just stay where you are, because I'm not, I've got a funny feeling. So can you just trust what I'm saying and just give it a couple of weeks? So it could be either way. Remember that. The 4 of Wands is stay at home. comes in with the Nine of Cups. You'll be very glad you did. It may not feel like it at the time, but you will be very glad you did. And the Nine of Wands. So this is determination, perseverance. There is more to this than what I'm reading here, but there's determination, perseverance, and strength, and valor, and bravery, and courage, and you know, all of those things, and for a very, very good reason, I feel, Pisces. So strong message, really. That message just being the most important thing you need to know right now is whatever these plans you were making, put them on hold. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you. Please leave me comments. Let me know your thoughts on not just the whole reading as a whole, or your particular reading, but let me know how you feel about this new format that I'm trying out. See how it sits with you. Or if you're new to this channel, welcome. And thank you from myself and from Moose, who's having a great time right now with George. But yeah, thank you. As always, thank you for your love, your support, your encouragement, and your engagement that I return to you tenfold. Until next time, enjoy the journey.